Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at 12.6, volume of spheres. Okay, so the equation for the volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Okay, where r is the radius of the sphere. So basically, pi r cubed and then times 4 over 3. Okay, so example 1, pretty straightforward. It just wants you to find the volume of the sphere. It gives you a radius of 8. So again, volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. We know that r is 8, so 4 over 3 pi times 8 cubed. Okay, so 8 cubed is 512. So we have 512 times 4, all of that over 3, and then pi still hanging out here. So in your calculator, you can hit Control, Divide, put that in your fraction, and it should simplify it for you. So 512 times 4, and then divided by 3. Okay, simplifies to 2048 over 3. And then we have, again, pi hanging off to the side if we want to leave it um, in whole form or exact form. Okay, and then we add inches cubed or units cubed, and this is exact. Okay, next it says find the volume of a sphere where its great circle has a circumference of 8 pi. So don't forget the great circle, okay, is like in example 3 where I'm uh, highlighting it in blue. That's the great circle. Basically, the great circle will share the same radius as the sphere itself. So the only thing we need to find the volume of the sphere is the radius, and they don't give us the radius directly, but they give us enough information to find it. So since the great circle has the same radius as the sphere, and it's telling us that the great circle has a circumference of 8 pi, circumference is 2 pi r, okay, and in our case that equals 8 pi. So divide both sides by 2 pi, divide both sides by 2 pi. Okay, so our radius is simply 4. So then the volume of our sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. In this case, r is 4. And then again from there, okay, it's also 4 to the 4 over 3 pi. Okay, and again in your calculator, in here, this is probably taking an algebraic jump that we might not be comfortable with, so let me just actually rewrite that as just 4 cubed times 4 over 3, and then pi still hanging off. So again, in your calculator, you can put in 4 cubed times 4 over 3, and it should simplify it for you. So this goes to 256 over 3 pi, and then again, we'll have inches cubed. Okay, we'll go on to example 3. So it wants us to find the radius, and it gives us the volume of the sphere in terms of pi. So again, volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed, and it tells us, and it tells us that the volume is 972 pi. So we set that equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So multiply both sides by 3. Whoa, sorry. So multiply both sides by 3. So we get 972 times 3, and then pi still hanging off equals 4 pi r cubed. So now we divide both sides by 4 pi, divide both sides by 4 pi. So now we'll have r cubed equals 972 times 3 over 4, because the pi's go away. Okay, so in your calculator, again, you can just do 972 times 3, and then divide that by 4, and that gives you 729. So to solve for r, again, we're trying to isolate r, we will cube root both sides, which you can do in your calculator. So r is the cube root of 729. So the cube root of 729 goes to 9. So r is 9, and then units were meters. Okay, guys, that is it. Thank you.